This is what Lance Armstrong drinks. Dude,
He has fallen from grace, though.
Dude, I don't hate the guy. You know what? He should have just never admitted it. He didn't get in trouble for it till years later.
Deny.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck? Like, they can't test him now, like 2 years later. They should have tested him during it. He should have just kept his mouth shut. That's what I would have did.
I'm sure.
You want to take another shot? Is anybody out there drinking with us? I got a fantastic episode today. Actually, I got 2 just for you guys. 2. If you guys want them. If you guys want me to do 1 right now and then maybe do 1 tomorrow, if that works with your schedules better, it's completely up to you guys. So just the majority, I guess, votes. But if you guys ain't got shit to do.
No, let's do both.
All right. I mean, okay. Yeah,
that's my vote. Sorry. Right. This is a democracy, not a benevolent dictatorship. So
Brazilian, you're doing a Brazilian wax, Laura? That's nice.
She does.
Thanks for disclosing that on the live chat.
She is a waxer, not a waxy. I mean, she's probably also a waxy, but she is a waxer.
I don't know. I guess we can get started, man. I'm excited. We are going to Germany tonight. I don't think we have any supporters from Germany. If we did, they would have probably left after we've done those Nazi episodes, I would think. That's fucked up. We are doing a Germany story tonight, and I'm pretty sure no one else has done this. Pretty positive. We are talking about the Beast of the Black Forest.
Ooh.
Shit.
Damn, this sounds scary. Okay. I feel like I'm unprepared. Like, I feel like we should have had German beer and like German chocolate cake for this, but like, whatever. It's fine.
The Beast of the Black Forest. And I told you this is about the 10 Commandment story.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Which commandment do you think this relates to?
Thou shalt not kill. Am I right?
Let me give you a better hint. All right. Has anyone seen the movie 10 Commandments? My dad used to make us watch that all the damn time.
I think I had to watch it in school, actually, like in Catholic school.
We are specifically going to watch a scene from that movie. This story relates to that movie. And if you guys don't know what movie I'm talking about, it is the 10 Commandments, and it is done by... remember the producer's name. It's the famous one. It's the one where, and the only scene that I ever remember in this movie is the one scene where Moses gets up on the mountain and they're all worshiping that golden calf, right?
Yep.
And then he is like, listen here, hear ye. The exact movie is by Cecil DeMille. It is this movie. The killer tonight at one point walks out of this movie and decides to start killing, which we'll get to in a minute. But first, we're going to go to Germany. And this is June 1st, 1959. This is early morning I'm talking about. We're on the Schornau-Hummel Express. We are starting on a train right now. And in fact, here's the actual railroad here. This is the actual railroad that we're starting on tonight. We are on a train. It is the wee hours in the morning. It's 2 a.m. And this is a passenger train. And I don't know if you know trains back then, they're obviously more rudimentary than they are now. But you would have a car. And then obviously that car is attached to another one. But there's more chances, or there's more, it's not as secure, I guess, as the trains we have nowadays. But anyway, 2 a.m., June 1st, 1959. This is Schornau-Hummel Express, Southwest Germany. A 21-year-old, her name is Dagmar Klemek. She's 21. She's riding the train.
Wolfie was asking if I had ever been to Germany in my travels. I'm like, yes, I have. I went to Munich during Oktoberfest, which was like the most fun, like fucking ever. And so you go to the beer halls and you have a stein, and I lost track of how many steins I had, which like they're massive. It's like at least probably 4 beers in one stein.
4 beers in a fucking stein?
Mm-hmm. It's huge. It
doesn't get like warm and stuff, I guess.
No, you drink it pretty fast. So because like if you're not in the reserved tent, you have to go in the morning. And so like you're starting at like 8 o'clock in the morning drinking because they reserve the afternoon tents for people that pay big money to go. And obviously we're broke college students. So I remember like being absolutely fucking wasted, but it was so fun. And if you stand on a table, like there's like tents for the different kinds of countries, like there is like a very specific like American English speaking tent. It's bigger than that. Like the steins that they serve you are way bigger than that. And if you try to steal one, because like stealing glasses was a thing in my time abroad, like all my Stella glasses I stole. They were free from the bars in which I drank them from and paid them money for the drinks. And so the glasses were a gift.
So they like basically promote drunk driving there.
No. You're not driving anywhere.
Oh.
You're in downtown Munich. But this was like a very interesting thing. If you stood, it's this massive like beer tent. And if you stood on top of like the table, they're like, pretty much picnic tables and you're sitting with your people. If you stood on top of the table and you started, you're committing to chugging your whole stein, and the entire 1,000+ people in the beer tent are cheering you on. And it was a blast, I gotta tell you. Like they have like live music where they're like, the brass like German thing, but they're playing like contemporary music, like Seven Nation Army with the brass. It was wild. It was so much fun.
June 1st, 1959, as I said, we're going on the Schornau Hummel Express, Southwest Germany. 21-year-old Dagmar Klimek. She wakes up and goes to the toilet. Now, the following story I'm about to tell you is 100% true. It is probably one of the most craziest things you'll ever hear in your life. So just bear with me. On this train, and I've personally never been on a train like this. I've been on Amtrak once, but on this specific train, everyone has their own kind of car or cart section, like where you pull the door open, and there may be multiple people in there. I've seen them on movies. What, a cabin, I guess?
Yeah.
Cabin? Yeah. She gets out of the cabin, 21 years old. She wakes up. She's got to pee. She goes to the facilities, which is on the other car in front of her. So she actually takes a left. She's trying to be real quiet, obviously, to respect other people sleeping at 2 a.m. She has to cross that barrier between the cars, and because that's where the toilet is. She doesn't know at first that there's a man following her. Maybe the beast of the Black Forest.
What year did you say this was?
1959.
I had a very sketchy situation with a man following us at a train station.
Tell me about it.
This was in Italy, actually. And we were finishing up, like we took a spring break trip with it was a group of us that we traveled together, and part of it was like with our hosts or like our on-site professors. We spent some time in Italy together. We went to Rome first for like 5 days, and then we went to Tuscany in Florence for 5 days. And then after that, we still had another like 5 days or whatever to do whatever. So, there was a big group of us that decided we wanted to stay in Italy. We went to Pisa because it was pretty close. And then we were going to spend the rest of our time in like Sorrento, Amalfi Coast, Capri. And we did like that for the rest of the time. And so when we were in Pisa, which the Leaning Tower of Pisa is really nothing exciting. Let me just tell you that.
I would go and try to push that shit over.
Oh, I have some funny pictures. I'll have to, maybe I should break out my photo album. I've got some photos of me like going like that to the Leaning Tower.
Oh, I would make it where it looks like my dick coming out.
Yeah. It's really not impressive.
Is it not?
Not your penis. I mean the Leaning Tower. Anyway, it's really it's a lot smaller than you would think that it is.
Are we talking about the tower?
Anyway, we're still talking about the Leaning Tower. Anyway, so we were taking an overnight train from Pisa to Naples, which is like whatever. And Naples is a sketchy fucking city. A lot of crime, gangsters there, bad. So we're going from Pisa to Naples, and it was an overnight train. And we only had one of our... And this trip, it was like 5 girls or so. And we only had 2 guys that were like with us on the whole year-long study abroad program. So it was only 2 guys. And one of them, I can't remember where he went on the second half of his journey. But we had one with us for like this leg of the trip. And we were like kind of sleeping in the train station in Pisa overnight. And there were like these 2 sketchy guys that like kept trying to talk to us. And they kept trying to make conversation. And Steve, the only guy that was like with us at the time, he was like, this was the one time where I got out my knife and was like, had it ready in case he tried to pull something on y'all. And they like kept on following us in the train. It was an overnight train. It was like I don't remember how long, like 3-4 hours, whatever. And they like are walking through the train, like trying to find us.
Oh shit.
And we were just like, we were all fucking awake. Like nobody slept that night. Holding onto our backpacks like this, watching. And they were like, I mean, nobody went to the bathroom. Like we wouldn't, because they kept on walking to and from, like watching us and like looking through our cabin. And we were just looking right at them. And I felt really bad for Steve because he like felt like he needed to like protect us. But it was really fucking scary. Yeah. It was scarier than the time when we went to Morocco and Steve was, jokingly trying to sell us for camels.
You went to Morocco? God damn, how many places you been?
I've been to a lot of places. But yeah, he'd be like, yeah. They would be like, Spice Girls. And we're like, no, we're not from England.
Spice Girls.
And he'd be like, how much? And he's like, how much for the camel? he would
camel toe?
No, he was trying to trade us women for camels. Was basically what was going on in that trip. But yeah, it was way scarier. Way scarier. Like they wanted to like do some shit.
21-year-old Dagmar Klimek, she gets up. She's got to pee real freaking bad. This train through Western Germany, there's no stops. And, as Nicole said, I guess Germans are always drunk. That was your words, not mine. Anyway.
They enjoy their beer.
2 a.m. in the morning, she gets up. She crosses the other car to go to the toilet. She doesn't know a man is following her. He's kind of staying in the shadows, which fits his name, the Beast of the Black Forest, I guess. He's being real quiet. She pulls the door open. She goes into the toilet. And this particular train, I found out, and I don't know if this was a universal thing at the time, but it didn't have a lock on the latrine. You know how you go now and it even has the green...
Like the vacant or...
Yeah, it didn't have that. No lock whatsoever. So as she starts to take down her underwear, she sits on that cold metal seat and she's peeing or whatever, and the door opens. Now, she didn't see the guy following her first. So she's just like, oh, she may have thought that this was someone accidentally coming in. She gasped. She's sitting there and it's a silhouette she sees. It's of a man. The man is standing in the doorway, and instead of backing out and saying, oh my God, I'm so sorry, she sees the man not moving. He's just looking at her. She can't see his face. This is dark. There's no lights in the cabins or anything else. It's pretty dark. The only light that's really coming in is like the moonlight. So she sees the outline. He just says nothing. He's standing there literally watching her. And then he just backs out and closes the door. Says nothing, doesn't apologize, just backs out of the latrine, closes the door. So she's fucking freaked. It'd have been different if he was like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm stupid, I didn't see you, yada, yada, yada. But he says nothing, stands there for 30 seconds and backs out. She's freaked the fuck out. She gets up, she opens the door. She's got to go back to her cabin, but she is scared shitless. She looks to the left, to the right, no one's there. It's all she can hear is the train going over the tracks. Everyone's quiet. Everyone's sleeping. She doesn't see any strange man, but she takes that left and she starts walking. This man is nowhere to be found. Not in the cabin, in between anything. She just doesn't see him. The other passengers are asleep, so they don't hear anything that's about to happen. And the only comfort that she really had at this time was her scream. If she can scream, they're in a pretty closed environment. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. Everyone's sleeping. If this man's trying to assault me, I'll just scream. So I can imagine her like getting her kind of like subconsciously, maybe even getting her throat warmed up, because that's like her weapon right now. She's going to scream. If this man, because she's freaked out, she kind of feels like this man's going to jump out. And all she's got to do is, let out that scream. You know what I'm saying? That's her weapon. Someone would wake up. So she's thinking about this. She crosses the cabin to the other cabin back to hers. And there's that place in the train car because the cars are connected. So she has to go out on that platform. You know what I'm talking about, right? As the cars are connected to each other. Yep. She has to go out on that little platform where she's exposed. And she crosses that to go to her own cabin. And she doesn't see anything, even out there. She even looks out the little spot window, makes sure, doesn't see shit. As soon as she steps foot out on that little platform, though, she sees him. He's there. He was crouched down at the very kind of end of this little platform. The platform is like 4 feet between each car. He's crouched down. She knows it's him. She sees that silhouette. So what does she do? She screams, right? That's her weapon. She lets out that scream. But as soon as she does, this man rushes at her, colliding with her with all of his force. She flies off of the train. Flies off. So her screams aren't getting anywhere now. Right? I mean, she's literally in the air off the train.
Oh God.
So, and this, I looked it up, these trains specifically back then are going 65 to 70 miles per hour. That's pretty much their max speed. So, and this was, as you see the track here, I'm pretty sure that this was a place where it would go 60 miles an hour. You know, it looks pretty open. This is where they actually found her, as you see here. Well, you know, why would he do this? Like, just to kill someone? That didn't make sense. And that wouldn't even kill anyone. None of the other passengers woke up. This man, this beast of the Black Forest, does something you wouldn't even believe. If it wasn't so documented and there's photos and everything, you would not believe it. He runs as fast as he can to the conductor spot, the front of the train, the freaking powerhouse, the one with the conductor doing all the switches, and he grabs that thing that's just straight up and down, and he knows what it is. It's an emergency brake, and he pulls it.
Won't the cars like collide?
No, that's not how it works. Because the cars are they're connected, yeah, but okay. Yeah, they're connected by, you know, they're not going to collide into each other.
Sorry.
No, you're good. He pulls the emergency brake. Now the conductor is sleeping there. So this guy he may not be sleeping in there, because I mean these trains pretty much run by themselves. I mean, he's got to be there, but the conductor or no one was there monitoring what happened, or they couldn't think quick enough to stop what was happening. But he pulls this brake and the train just screeches. He runs back to the platform, and at this time the conductor either wakes up or realizes what's going on, and he puts it back in drive. But at this point the train's only going 20 miles an hour. Or 15 miles an hour, enough for someone to jump off and not be hurt. And that's what he does. The train screeching, but then it's friggin' going. It finally, and you know, the conductor's probably like some fucking asshole kid or whatever. And you did this, some joke, some bullshit. Like, fuck this asshole. Who the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a drunk. Like, who the fuck would do this? He just keeps going. He probably doesn't even, I mean, obviously he knows about the story, but probably, you know, just keeps going. The train's slow enough. He jumps. The beast of the Black Forest jumps off, leaps from the train going 15, 20 miles an hour onto the gravel below. And now he's searching for his prey. He's got to go back a mile, right? But he's still going to find his prey. So she's actually still alive.
Wow.
Yeah, she's still alive. This is, as I said, this is one of the photos here. This is where she, I believe this is where she landed. Now, I want to say, before we go any further, this story is completely translated from German. I don't speak fucking German. I barely speak English correctly. So forgive me.
Good effort.
But at least we had the photos, right? He comes up to the body, which is there. I mean, this is pretty far from the track. Look at it one more time. That's pretty far from the track.
Yeah.
He hit her with a pretty good amount of force.
Yeah.
To throw her that far. Because she didn't move. Her legs are broken. At 70 miles an hour, her legs are broken. Her arm is probably broken.
I mean, it's amazing she didn't die just from that.
Because this is a pretty far... I don't know. I mean... Let's say the track is probably 3 feet beyond where the camera shows, like, you know, towards the bottom there. So I don't know, maybe 8 feet. Pretty good freaking tumble there. You know what I'm saying? So she's broken. She can't move. He eventually comes up into the body, and it's pitch black, but it's easy to find her. Why? Because she's moaning. What the fuck? You know, she's moaning. She's active. I mean, she is completely broken. She is barely alive. I'm just going to say how this ends. He walks up to her. She can't move. He removes his knife from his sheath. This woman is paralyzed, so he helps her. He grabs the back of her hair, her mane, you know, kind of like what you do, because he's got to lift that head off the ground because he wants to get a good spot. So he lifts the head up and he kind of tilts it back to expose the neck here. that meaty part of the neck, because
no.
it's pretty dark. So he needs to make sure he's got.
You're calling it meaty for a reason.
He needs to make sure he has a good target here. He exposes the neck and he slices her from ear to ear.
Wait, but you said she's still alive?
She is still alive. She is paralyzed. He goes up to her. She's moaning. He leans down and says, "It'll be okay," or says whatever. He grabs her back of the head by her mane, her hair, lifts her head up, kind of tilts it back to expose her neck while she's still alive, and he slits her from ear to ear. And then, and only then, after she is deceased, he drags her off the tracks and...
Wait. You just said she's deceased?
Oh my God, how drunk are you? Listen,
I've taken a couple of allergy pills at this point.
She is thrown off the train. She is now paralyzed. He walks up to her, grabs her hair. She's still alive. He slits her throat. Now she's dead.
When you kept saying she's still alive, I thought you meant like today she's still alive. And I was like, damn, wow, what a fighter.
You need to stop taking that fucking whatever you're taking. That allergy medicine.
I was actually just about to go say, can I go get another Topo Chico?
No, dude, you're fucking...
But apparently that's
stronger.
No.
That PCP is working its shit on you right now. He exposes...
Never mind. She's not alive today. Okay, now she's dead. Got it.
He killed her. You understand?
Yes! When you kept on saying she's still alive, I thought you meant literally like present day. I was not following.
Holy fucking titties.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
It's the antihistamines and alcohol. I'm sorry.
This is where this happened. It's desolate out here. Perfect place to do what he's about to do. He takes her neck, he takes her head, exposes the neck, slits ear to ear, and then once she's dead, he rapes her, the corpse, and then just leaves. So anyway, and that's that. That was his
and she's dead. Got it.
And she died of natural causes 20 years later. Yes.
Sorry.
Jesus fuck. I'm not taking crazy pills here.
Maybe.
All right, he spends enough time, and think about this. They are in the middle of fucking nowhere. This man has to get back to wherever the fuck his home is. How lusting, how freaking sexually depraved do you have to be to take a train and in the middle of nowhere rape someone, knowing that you have to travel 100 miles back somehow after you walk so many miles or whatever to
commitment.
You don't even have a return plan. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of work. I'm just saying, think about that. That is commitment. I'm not being funny. I'm just saying, you got to be a sexual fucking devil to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This was his fourth murder and his last murder. What do you think this man looks like? You think he's pretty cute? He kind of is. I don't know.
I'm waiting for a photo to judge hard.
This is the beast of the Black Forest.
Ew, no.
What?
Nay, nay, nay. Nay, 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 nay.
Look at them eyes. You wouldn't get transmuted into them eyes? I mean, he looks all right, doesn't he?
Nope. He looks like that fucking guy at the train that I was trying to run away from.
It might have been. This was the 50s. Oh, that was your old joke. You said it earlier that you're... Oh, shit.
Yeah, in that I don't want to buy cheap wine anymore. Yes.
All right. This is the beast of the Black Forest. His name is Heinrich Pommerenke. That was a Spanish kind of tone to it. Heinrich Pommerenke. Pommerenke.
Stop.
Pommerenke.
Gross.
This was his fourth and final murder. He was arrested June 19th, 1959 in the town of Hornberg.
You wish you were from Hornberg.
I basically am in Hornberg. Where basically I grew up and stayed my whole life. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to be fucking honest with you guys. I'm probably going to be that 80-year-old creep that sits on the park bench and watches all the fucking...
No, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. Okay.
I know I shouldn't be, but I can see it in my future. I'm just gonna be a fucking creep.
I feel like you are your future like human is Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino. Like, that's you.
Oh, so I'm just fucking racist. That's great.
No, get off my yard. That's you.
That's fucking great. All right. Oh, shit. Yeah, I hope I'm not that.
Lauren can see it too. She's
Dude, I was in the shower. I was in the shower the other day, and I was looking back. I told you my barber situation, right?
right. Who's
And
filling you up a la Joey Tribbiani from
And
Friends.
I saw him the other day. It was kind of awkward. I was like, "Hey, how have you been?"
You saw him?
Yeah.
Where?
I was riding my bike, and he was sitting on the bench, as he always sits on the bench. And I always purposely go around so I don't see him.
You
But
didn't tell me this.
I rode right by him, and I was like, I know he knows it's me. And he looked at me like, kind of like, where is my boy going? Type of shit. And I felt drawn to him. I was like, I felt he was pulling me in, but I was pedaling harder. I was like, fuck no. You ain't going to get me.
Well, at least he's not dead. That was
Yeah.
a concern for a while.
Yeah, he has a
He's
medical
kicking
shit.
it and
Yeah.
brushing up against other men.
But dude, I'm just gonna be honest, kind of a little drunk, but I was in the shower the other day, and I kind of thinking back when I used to get to the YMCA, and this is when I was like 18 or 19, and I would always get out of the pool swimming, and there would always be these old naked dudes in the locker room, and I would never see them like working out. They're just always naked in the locker room. Anyway, I would come in out of the shower with my shirt off, and my wanging, right?
You're leaning Tower of Pisa.
And they would always try to talk to me, like, come sit over here and talk to us. And I thought they were just the nicest guys, literally. And then I was like, holy shit, I'm going to turn into that.
Come here, son.
I don't know. It's fucking weird. I had some weird flashback memories. Anyway.
So did you talk to your old barber? Like, let's
No, I
just...
fucking cycled faster.
So you didn't acknowledge him?
No.
That's probably for the best. Good for you.
But he knew that was me.
Yep.
And he changed his hair too, so I feel like he's going for like a new him type of thing. And now look at my hair. I've been cutting my own shit and it looks fucking terrible.
No, it doesn't.
I'd rather go back to him and get felled up. But at least I have a
You
good
get
fucking...
groped in the meantime.
Fuck, God damn. All right, anyway. This guy, Heinrich, the Beast of the Black Forest, was arrested June 19th, 1959 in Hornberg. He was picking...
That's all it took for you to say Hornberg for us to have that 5-minute conversation.
I know. He goes into the dry cleaner. To pick up his suit. He says, please hurry. I'm in a hurry. I need to get to the hairdresser quickly, please. He's like really mean. Not mean, but just kind of, come on. Let's give me my suit. Come on. Anyway, he leaves his bag behind, his little suitcase travel bag. Mm-hmm. And inside the bag, since the tailor, I guess, just decides to look in other people's shit, the tailor finds a sawed-off small bore rifle. So this man was found and questioned by the police. Like, why do you have this? This man is questioned by the police, and he says the following. And this is the exact quote that he says to the police. Because they were just like, all right, this dry cleaner says, there's this rifle in here. Why is it bored off? Like, what is, because this happened. The murders have been happening away in different towns. They didn't connect anything. They were just there questioning him. It was a routine thing. It's like, come get your fucking bag. Oh, by the way, why do you have this fucking board off rifle in here? I was shooting ducks. That he would have got away scot-free. Boom. I was shooting ducks. And instead he says, quote, in front of you, there is no man but the devil, end quote. Oh, shit. That is tits right there, right?
I don't know what's tits, but I guess that's it.
Dude, he said, they're like, okay, this is a routine. Who the fuck are you? Pick the shit up and get the fuck out. Who are you?
He crazy.
In front of you, there is no man but the devil. And the cops are like, whoa! Fuck. Oh, shit.
I am the devil.
It's fucking nuts, man. Holy shit. Dude, holy shit. I saw that and I was like, what the fuck? This man, and we're about to get to why he killed, but he was sentenced to life in prison because he just opened up. And this dude is 23.
He looked very young in that photo.
He is 23 years old. He opens up. He says he's raped 24 women. He's tried to kill them all, but has only killed 4. He's a very kind of...
It's like he's like, I'm unsuccessful at killing, you know?
He is. I mean, look, he's not very...
He's not like a big dude.
Yeah, I know, right? And he's just kind of, I don't know, introverted maybe, which is not a bad thing, but I mean, he's
like, if that was the creepy guy on the train, legit, I would be like, I can take him.
I mean, like, you think of Ted Bundy as like a sexual sadist, like, at least he has kind of the power. I mean, because remember that one story we talked about, he took 2 women and he tied 2 women up.
Yep.
I mean, so this guy he just couldn't do it. He was getting overpowered. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then we're going to get to why in like 2 seconds, but the beast of the Black Forest, and the Black Forest is where the murders, it's the section of where his murders are going to take place. This is what the Black Forest is called, type of thing in Germany. It's not anything creepy. It's just literally the name of the region. But still, the beast of Black Forest. Sentenced to life in prison for 4 counts of murder, 12 counts of attempted murder, attempted rape with dangerous bodily harm, aggravated robbery, and predatory extortion. I'm going to get to another crazy murder here at the end, but why do you think he's a sexual deviant? He's, you know, he is...
Kind of reminds me of the Dusseldorf guy.
Oh, God. Yeah. Now, this is from the police report. And we're going to actually watch this here in a second, because I don't know if you guys seen the 10 Commandments. Well, we're going to watch like a 5-minute or maybe 3-minute scene. But basically, one day he is watching this movie, and the next day or that night, he's a killer.
That seems like a interesting step.
According to one account of his crimes, Pommerenke was driven to murder after watching, of all things, the movie 10 Commandments, where he later told police, quote, "I saw women dancing around the golden calf, and I thought they were a fickle lot. I knew I would have to kill them." Do you ever remember? You remember this?
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Anyway, let me skip forward to the part he's talking about. This part where these harlots,
and they overlaid the image with pure gold.
All these women.
And Aaron fashioned it and smoothed it with the hammer.
Look at this dude. He's like fucking buff as fuck, bro.
You just gotta rub some olive oil into your skin there.
He's like freaking just lifted, and I'm like, dude, I want to be this dude. See, I would have left the movie theater and went to the gym. Anyway, basically, before he's killed anybody, and we're about to get into the first murder now, before he's killed anyone, he watched that movie, and he sees the women, the harlots, the problems,
right,
the causes of all of our world's freaking disagreements. The one, because it's y'all that fucking ate that damn fruit. I was fine, women. Yo. I'm Adam here. I'm fucking ripped. You know, I'm in the Garden of Eden and shit. Sure. And then you're like, oh, I'll just eat this apple.
Right.
And then you fucked it up for everyone.
Got it.
He watches this and immediately walks out the theater. And he's changed.
And murders someone.
He has changed. No, first he goes to the local CVS.
Okay.
Or the
stock up on supplies.
First, he goes to the local grocery store and buys a pack of razors. But right then, he doesn't even go home. He's like, I know what I need to do. God has told me what I need to do. Obviously, this golden calf, and you got all these harlots here, these women flaunting it, driving men astray.
Let's keep it going. Okay. All right. I get your point.
He said, I'm going to take care of it. So he goes and buys a pack of razors, and he spots his first victim, which we're about to get into, but I want to save that to a second. I want to bring up one thing real quick, and this is really interesting. This German killer gets 140 years in prison for, I mean, you know why he didn't get the death penalty, right?
Little quay?
No, because Germany doesn't have the death penalty, because that would be fucked up if they did, literally. Germany doesn't have the death penalty. They literally can't. The world wouldn't let them.
I get it.
You guys have killed enough, okay? So he is sentenced to 140 years, the heaviest permissible that he could get. There's no death penalty. He confessed over to 100 crimes, including 4 sex murders, rape, theft, arson, anything else. But I want to bring up a few other things real quick before we get to the last one, and we're about to get there now. But you don't hear about this case at all. You do not hear about this case. You never hear about this fucking case, ever.
Okay.
However, the only time it is brought up, and it is brought up every decade, including now, this obscure German case, the only time it is brought up is to prove a point. And this is fucking nuts. All right, this right here is from the Fourth Worth Star Telegram, and the title is Television Cannot Be Held Liable If Programs Inspire Crime. That's the 70s. Let's go to the 80s. The after effects of rock lyrics. And if you want to read this one.
To do otherwise would be absurd, for people might be provoked to violence by exposure to the most unlikely of stimuli. For example, it is reported that Heinrich Pommerenke, a German rapist and mass slayer of women, carried out his ghastly deeds after seeing Cecil B. DeMille's The 10 Commandments. During the scene in which women dance around the golden calf, all of his suspicions about the opposite sex were confirmed. Women, he decided, were indeed the source of the world's troubles, and it was his mission to execute them. Leaving the theater, he slew his first victim in a nearby park.
Now, the paper from the 70s, it was literally copied and pasted. So the 70s, we have TV. And you know the thing, right?
And then it's music.
There's violence, and let's blame fucking TV. Well, you have fucking Heinrich watching
the 10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments, and he's killing people. It can't be TV. The 80s come up. What's in the 80s?
Satanic Panic.
Well, that too. But what inspired by the Satanic Panic?
The music.
The music. The fucking Motley Crue.
Obviously,
the fucking
Dungeons and Dragons, but
hair metal bands.
Stranger Things fans.
Stranger Things. Yeah, but that music. The fucking
Can't wait till next week.
The AC/DC. The fucking Great White. The Rat. Cinderella, all these fucking, you know what I'm saying, dude? Like all the good fucking bands with the good guitar riffs. The Motley Crue, I think, is the perfect. Ozzy Osbourne, right? Black Sabbath, he literally bites a fucking bat's head off on stage. Fucking badass.
Or a little Looney Tunes, but that's okay.
So, it ain't fucking... And what I'm trying to show you guys is that this comes up every time there's... it's gotta be the fucking music. Wait, hold on a second. The fucking Heinrich dude watched the fucking 10 Commandments. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? It's not the music. It's just fucking whatever. All right. Let's go to the 2000s. What do you think it was?
The internet.
Almost, yeah. They literally used the exact same fucking article quotes 20 years later.
Fucking lazy.
Quote, there are plenty of experts who say real-world mayhem is caused by video games. Oh, wait a minute. Heinrich here fucking watched the 10 Commandments, yo. It can't be video games. Anyway, that's just a point I wanted to make. Kind of interesting. Let's go back to the theater. He walks out and he is committed. He wants, he sees those women, them harlots, dancing around, shaking that ass. He goes to the local store and buys a pack of razor blades. He's walking by a nearby park, and he's done with women at this point. This is who he finds walking. You want to try to describe her?
She looks older.
There you go, yeah. How old?
Maybe 60s?
Oh, Jesus. 41.
Oh.
I mean, there's a hard life over in Germany at the time. Fuck.
Okay. I mean, like, from that photo, there's not a whole lot of coloring there, but like the hair looks very thin. I mean, there's not a lot of gray, but like little sunken eyes, thin lips.
Yeah, it's a hard life over in Germany at this point. So she's 41 years old. But as you see, she's not young, so this is a random victim. The first woman he literally comes by, he sees her, he assaults her, and then he drags her body to a nearby park in the area and slits her throat. Same MO, rapes her, and then he's, over the next nearly year, about 8 months, he's going to assault and attempt to murder every one of them. However, they all run away. Most of them run away, besides 24 female victims, because of the golden calf scene in the movie.
sex maniac assessed 6 life sentences, branded by the prosecution as one of the worst sex maniacs in history. Today was sent to jail for life. The 23-year-old East German refugee was sentenced to 6 terms of life imprisonment for 4 sex murders, 12 attempted rape killings, and multiple other offenses. He had pleaded guilty to all charges. There is no death penalty in West Germany. Pommerenke, who told the court that in a 3-week trial that he always wanted women, listened impassively as the sentence was read. The blonde defendant, who had began his criminal career by attempting to rape 2 British women tourists at gunpoint in Austria in 1955, had told the court in a final statement, quote, "I really deserve punishment. Everything I did was cruel and my bestialic, and I wish in my heart that I could make it undone."
One of the worst sex maniacs in history. Obviously, Ted Bundy wasn't born yet. He always wanted women. The beast of the Black Forest is what he got monikered at. And obviously, what do you think? That was it. That's the story.
That was a crazy story.
That's all the ones you're going to find on that. Anyway, oh my God, are we going to keep going with this? Oh man, do you guys, all right, well, we'll keep it going. Fuck it. But man, we're having fun here in Charleston. It's only 3:30 and I'm already drunk.
We'll do a quick 10-minute and then we'll do a new link.
You are not taking any more of that fucking shit.
I feel so much better though. Do you not notice I'm not leaking anymore?
Ew.
My nose was leaking last episode. It was just like I couldn't get it together. Feel great.
I'm glad you're not leaking anymore. So that was Talk Mermaid Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. We post episodes every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We live stream Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can follow us there. If you want, you can support us and see 2 or 3 episodes each week. I'm going to start pumping these things out because I love what I do. But anyway, if you guys like this, subscribe or whatever. And until next time, good night, you lovely, lovely people.